Hello, welcome. Welcome. This is the global community for adults who are healing CPTSD, adults who may identify with the term complex trauma or generational trauma, developmental trauma, childhood trauma, adults who may identify with what Pete Walker calls the fawn trauma response, or what is also referred to as codependency. We've all been showing up here on Mondays for over 9 years now, and what we do is we come here and we meet up and we check in with one another, and we check in to see how one another are doing. We share what's working for us and what is not working for us. So very warm welcome to you. So grateful that you've chosen to be here today. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Thank you if you're here for the live discussion as well. My name is Athena, and it's an honor to be here with you today. This YouTube channel is sponsored by the Foundation for Post-Traumatic Healing and Complex Trauma Research, also known as CPTSDfoundation.org. And again, it is just an honor to be here right beside you. We are all a group of adults who have survived repeated relational trauma, and we're basically doing life together. And one of the places we hang out between our Monday nights on YouTube is over in a community. It's a community that's away from social media. It's on a private server, and it's through the Foundation for Post-Traumatic Healing and Complex Trauma Research. And there's a link to that in the description section of this video and also over in the chat box. We would love to see you over there. We're there every day, 7 days a week. And then we also have, through the foundation, there are also daily recovery support calls and daily encouraging texts. And there's a weekly creative group. There's trauma-sensitive yoga. There's mindfulness. There's a weekly healing book club where we go through trauma books that are all about healing trauma. And what we have been doing here for the last few years, here on YouTube, on Mondays, we have been doing a meditation and an affirmation and a healing strategy. And our meditation is with Morgan Harper Nichols, our affirmation is with Lisa A. Romano, and our healing strategy is with Dr. Ariel Schwartz. So it's an honor to be here with you. Thank you so much for being here. Hello, John Harvey. It's so good to see you. A very special thank you to our Blue Wrench crew, also known as our moderators, and those who are here helping to keep the chat stream healthy and free of trolls. John Harvey, can you hear me okay? I was having some issues with my audio a little bit earlier today, so just wondering if you can hear me okay. Just wanted to check in. Let me know, give me a thumbs up in the chat box. Hello, Poppy. Welcome back. It is so good to see you. We've missed you so much. Gosh, I need to give you like an updated list of everything for the, yeah. It's so good to see you. Hello, Jeffrey Sherman. Oh. Oh, thank you so much, John Harvey. I'm glad you guys can hear me. So again, our meditation is with Morgan Harper Nichols. Our affirmation is with Lisa A. Romano. And our healing strategy is with Dr. Ariel Schwartz. And just really grateful to be here with you. Hello, Craig. Oh, hello back to you. And I'm sending you hugs also. Thank you so much for posting all of the information, Poppy. I really appreciate you so much. And thank you again to you, John Harvey, for helping to moderate the chat stream. So we'll go ahead and we'll get started with our meditation with Morgan Harper Nichols. And then we'll move forward with our affirmation and our healing strategy. So here we go. So Morgan says, something beautiful is being woven together. And Morgan Harper Nichols is also the artist that you see up on the screen today. For some reason, my meditation is it's freezing up and it's not letting me read it. That's so odd. Let me just check in and make sure everything's okay, technologically speaking, with the video, since things are freezing up on my end. So, hello, warm welcome to you, Barbara. Hello, warm welcome, Nadine, and a warm welcome to you, Nocturne. So good to see you. Yes, Poppy is back. Poppy, you've been so missed. Everyone has been asking about you, and I told them you were practicing some really good self-care and taking good care of yourself. Barbara, we're doing what we have been doing for the last few months, and that is a meditation with Morgan Harper Nichols, our affirmation with Lisa A. Romano, and our healing strategy with Dr. Ariel Schwartz. Oh, here we go. I got it back on the screen. So let me make sure. I hope my speaker's working, because I have our affirmation. I have an audio affirmation today versus me reading it. I have the actual affirmation that I'm going to press play, and it's from Insight Timer. So I hope my speaker's working correctly. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to do our meditation with Morgan Harper Nichols first. So here we go. Morgan says, for the one who is feeling uninspired, can you remember a season of your life when you felt more courageous than ever? Remember when you were inspired to try new things? Can you remember when you allowed yourself to take a leap without fearing the outcome? You may not always feel that way in this season you're in right now, but the threads of hope and ambition are still there. And maybe the work we need to do right now is in the details. Maybe this is a season of paying attention to the areas that are often overlooked when we're focused on the bigger picture. Like a beautiful tapestry that took years to be woven together, sometimes the work we need to do is working with one thread at a time. Sometimes we might need to work with the gritty details of the dull gray or the murky green, even though we'd rather be working with golds and blues. Trust. Trust you have not missed out on what is meant for you. If you didn't wake up on fire and fiercely inspired today. Some days and some seasons even are for working through the details. And sometimes inspiration is a concept we can sit on the shelf while we work on practical tasks that are still a part of the bigger picture. Sometimes when experiencing instability around us, our need for an inspiring, peaceful environment grows. And when that need is not met, we feel restless and stressed out. So, when your inspiring, peaceful space is not what it used to be, know that you don't have to feel passionately filled with wonder before you can spend time working on the little things. When you can't get into a groove, give your mind something to do. Open the blinds. Sort through a stack of mail. Flip through a magazine. Water the plants. Take a nap. We don't have to produce a product to be productive. The small things are a part of the bigger picture too. So even when all the work is done and you want to create, sometimes rest is what you need, and that is okay. Sometimes our work is painting a canvas to hang in the living room, and then other times it's answering emails, filling out paperwork, and then calling it a day. Both are okay. It is okay to not always be inspired. It's okay to focus on the little things you have to do. And then give yourself some space. Word of the day. Practical. Adjective. Of or concerned with the actual doing or use of something rather than theory and ideas. Affirmation. Today I am embracing practicality. And our journal prompt. What is on your to-do list that is part of the bigger picture? Let me check in on you over in the chat box and see how you're doing. It's so good to see your face, Miss Poppy, your avatar. It's so good to see you. So what is on your to-do list that is part of the bigger picture? Hello, Jennifer. So good to see you. How about you, Nadine? And Jennifer? And Jeffrey? And Poppy? Hey, Ninja Taco. What's going on, Recovery Buddy? It's so good to see you. What is on your to-do list that's part of the bigger picture? How about you, John Harvey? Nocturne? Craig? Barbara? Well, I'll share. Sometimes you guys like it when I go first. So I can share. So for me, what's on my to-do list, I've had meetings, a lot of meetings that I have been setting up. I'm doing on my to-do list that's part of the bigger picture is I'm doing my very, very, very best to not work 3 jobs. I want to spend more time with the foundation and volunteering and supporting our community, and less time working one-on-one with people. And I also work at a local yoga studio. So that's on my to-do list. And so in order for me to do that, I have to meet with people who understand how nonprofits operate and what we need to do. I met with a fundraising lady today who's getting me in touch with these people that handle like the legal side of working for a charity, and then someone else who does like accounting and compliance. And then I also am going to be meeting with a grant writer and this lady who is, she's an expert at working with nonprofits regarding fundraising and how to do fundraising. And these are all things that I am not particularly good at. I'm having all these meetings with all these people who are really good at a whole bunch of things that I'm not good at. And I'm having to do all of those things since I'm not good at that. I'm having to meet with people to try to tell me what it is that I need to do. So at the top of my to-do list is to see if I can spend more time working with the foundation and less time working one-on-one. You know, I was doing the math the other day, and I've been working for myself in this capacity with businesses and with individuals and organizations, sort of in like a mentorship and coaching sort of perspective. I've been doing it for 10 years now. And going back, I've had over 800 clients. So 10 years and 800 clients later, and I'm wanting to sort of shift gears and spend more time working with groups of our community members versus what I'm doing right now. So that's what's on my to-do list. That's part of the bigger picture. How about you? I'm waving back at you, Jeffrey Sherman. Nocturne says, my plantar fasciitis has been flaring up all week. It's really frustrating because I enjoy being physically active. Oh, I'm so sorry, Nocturne. Oh my goodness, Nocturne, it was your birthday. Happy birthday to you. I'm so grateful that you're here. John Harvey says, just making it to the next day and take it one day at a time. That is such a great perspective. I hope your pain level goes down, Nocturne. I know that can be so frustrating. I hope you're able to get back to being physically active more since you enjoy that. Jennifer says, I plan on going on a cruise later this year. I have been to Europe many times on a plane, but never on a boat, so I will try a cruise later this year. That is wonderful, Jennifer. Good for you. Good for you. That sounds awesome, yeah. Poppy says, happy belated birthday, Nocturne. And so does Jennifer. Aw, you're welcome, Nocturne. Oh, Nocturne, I struggled as well for so many years. You know, over the last couple of years, about the last 2 years or so, I've really been working on my physical health, and I feel so much better. So I really hope that that works out in a way that you feel is helpful for you. I really hope you get to feeling much better. Craig says, thank you, Poppy. It's great to see you. So we have our audio meditation with Lisa A. Romano. I'm gonna check on my speaker to make sure my speaker is working, because sometimes it doesn't turn on. So let me see.
Battery high. Connected to Athena's iPhone.
Yay! So it's on, you guys. So here we go. We have our meditation with Morgan Harper Nichols that we already did. Thank you so much, Nocturne. I'm sending you a hug right back. And now we have our affirmation with Lisa A. Romano. We're going to start our affirmation now. We're going to take we're going to take 4 breaths. We're going to breathe in for 4, hold for 4, out for 4. And we're going to do that 4 times. You're welcome to join me. That is how I'm going to prepare for our affirmation with Lisa. Okay, here we go. If you feel yourself start to yawn, that's absolutely normal. We're activating our parasympathetic nervous system, and we're working on co-regulating with one another so that we can self-regulate. Next breath. Next breath. Last time. And here we go. This meditation is titled, I Am Enough, No Matter What.
I am enough in the morning. I am enough in the evening. I am enough always. I am enough when I am happy. I am enough when I am afraid. I am enough when I am unsure. I am enough when others approve of me. I am enough when others are angry with me. I am enough when others accept me. And I am enough when others abandon me. I am enough when my mind is clear. I am enough when my mind is cluttered. I am enough when my mind is on fire with the fear of unknowns. I am enough when those I love are happy. I am enough when those I love are unhappy. I am enough when those I love are healthy. And I am enough when those I love are unwell. I am enough when I can say yes. I am enough when I say no. I am enough when I don't know what to say. I am enough when I am busy or when I need a rest. I am enough when I am unsure of what to do next. I am enough when I feel confident. I am enough when I feel unsure of myself. I am enough when I feel anxious. I am enough when I feel abundant. I am enough when I feel content. And I am enough when I feel lack. I am enough when my thoughts are calm. I am enough when my thoughts are obsessive. I am enough when my thoughts are compassionate. I am enough when my career flows well. I am enough when my career goes through changes. I am enough when I am dissatisfied with my career. I am enough bank account is in a state of flux. I am enough when I know what I want. I am enough when I don't know what I want. I am enough when I'm in the process of sifting through contrast. I am enough in a healthy relationship. I am enough when I am in an unhealthy relationship. I am enough when I am in or out of a relationship. I am enough when my days flow effortlessly. I am enough when my days are unpredictable. I am enough when my days are stressful. And I am enough when my days bring me joy. I am enough when my body is strong. I am enough when my body is tired. I am enough when my body needs rest. And I am enough when my body needs to heal. I am enough when others are kind to me. I am enough when others are judgmental. I am enough when others are trustworthy. And I am enough when others betray me. I am enough when my path is known. I am enough when my path is unknown to me. I am enough when my path presents challenges. I am enough when I succeed. I am enough when I fail. And I am enough when I am indifferent. I am enough when others accept me. I am enough when others reject me. And I am enough when others misunderstand me. I am enough on the days I love myself. And I am enough on the days I find myself judging myself. I am enough when I am relaxed. And I am enough even when I am overwhelmed. I am enough when I feel in control. And I am enough even when I feel out of control. I am enough when I feel self-acceptance. I am enough even when I feel shame. I am enough when I am healing. I am enough when I am suffering. And I am enough even when I am dealing and feeling painful feelings. I am enough when I am with others. I am enough when I need time alone. And I am enough even when I isolate. I am enough when I am helpful. I am enough when I need help. I am enough when I receive help. And I am enough when I don't receive help. I am enough when I am grateful. I am enough when I am resentful. I am enough when I am uncertain how I feel. I am enough when I feel loved. I am enough when I feel unloved. And I am enough when I discover I crave to be loved. I am enough when I have good days. I am enough when I have bad days. I am enough when my days are long. I am enough when I feel beautiful. I am enough when I feel unattractive. And I am enough even when I compare myself to others. I am enough when I feel productive. like I've wasted my time. And I am enough even when I feel like I haven't done enough. I am enough when my family is healthy. I am enough when my family is unhealthy. I am enough when my family is content. And I am enough even when my family is struggling. As I learn to accept my divinity, the fear of abandonment, the fear of failure, they all begin to dissolve into a place of knowing. I have nothing to prove. I am here to align with my true self. Despite faulty childhood subconscious negative beliefs, despite others' opinions, despite my own negative self-talk, despite mental confusion, despite painful emotions, despite not knowing where to go or what path to take, I am enough. I am a sovereign being in the process of my own awakening and unfolding. The journey toward merging with the divine is never linear. It is wrought with challenges, past hurts, strong memories, and oftentimes regrets. The way forward requires non-resistance to the thorns of life's experiences. And as each of us remains steady on our path, we learn the art of allowing our human side permission to embrace our humanness as our divine self awaits our mental, emotional transformation. Dear one, be still and ground yourself in the energy of the known, the divine known. Dear one, you are enough every moment of every day. And the truth is, the ultimate truth is, you could never not be enough because you are enough and you are of the divine. May you find the courage and the resiliency to believe that you are enough because you exist. Remember, your worthiness is a given. The world is a classroom you have come to explore. You are here to learn to live illusions until the veil is lifted and you can see the truth. You are always enough. There was nothing you ever needed to prove. You and the universe are extensions of one another, and you are good. Namaste. Until next time.
I hope you all enjoyed that so much. That one particular affirmation that I just shared with you has been one that has been so very helpful for me personally in my own healing journey. I've probably listened to it about 20 times already. I know that sounds a little bit excessive, but if you are an adult who's healing from years or even decades of complex trauma, repeated relational trauma, and you believe you're living with CPTSD symptoms, post-traumatic stress, complex post-traumatic stress, then you may struggle with self-worth. You may struggle with your self-concept. And oftentimes, if our family of origin was dysfunctional, neglectful, or even abusive from the time we were very little, then we grow up not knowing that we are enough. We feel that we have to acquiesce and subjugate ourselves and bend to the will of everyone around us. And oftentimes we meet the needs of others, often to our own detriment. We meet other people's needs before we even think that it's okay that we have a need. And so if that is you, I hope that affirmation is something that you found as helpful as I have found it. And I know I usually read out of the Loving the Self Affirmations book by Lisa. But when I found that affirmation, I thought, oh my goodness, I bet you anything everyone would love it. So I've put a link directly to that affirmation on Lisa's Insight Timer. And I think you should be able to access it. It's free. You should be able to access it on the link right above. It's probably, I want to say it's 35 minutes in to 30 to 35 minutes into the video, and it's in the chat box. And then also on Lisa's YouTube channel, which is linked on this channel, you'll find it also. And the video is titled, You Are Enough No Matter What. And then now we're going to wrap up our time together today with our healing strategy. So we had our meditation with Morgan Harper Nichols, who is also the artist that you see up on the screen. And she has her app called Storyteller, storyteller.co. You can also Google her, Morgan Harper Nichols, and she's just amazing. And really just a beautiful writer and a wonderful human. And then, of course, lisaaromano.com. She has all of her, the book that we usually read out of is the Loving the Self Affirmations. And then that affirmation today, you can find it on her YouTube channel. It's free, or you can find it on Insight Timer, and there's a link in the chat box. And then this is our healing strategy with Dr. Ariel Schwartz, and it's from her book titled A Practical Guide to Complex PTSD, Compassionate Strategies to Begin Healing from Childhood Trauma. And so the last few weeks, the healing strategy that we've been focusing on from Ariel is mindfulness of the here and now. And what she's doing is she's inviting us to get curious about our 5 senses. And so it starts out, and Ariel says, this healing strategy involves mentally acknowledging that you are safe. However, it is important to ensure that you are indeed safe. If you are currently living in a threatening environment, you need to realize that the feeling of fear is essential for your self-protection. And the first thing to focus on is getting safe. But if you are suffering from anxiety related to the past and you are currently in a safe situation, you may use this strategy to engage your senses so that you can let go of unnecessary fear. You do not need to practice all of these or do them in any specific order. Experiment and discover what works best for you. So a few weeks ago, Ariel invited us to, we'll do a little recap of where we've been, and then we'll do the one for today. Okay, so a few weeks ago, we were invited to take a look around and notice details in our space. Are there any visual cues that can serve as reminders that you are safe now? Is there any item, such as a plant or a piece of artwork, that you find pleasant? Notice how it feels to move your head and eyes as you look around your space. Say to yourself soothing words. Oh, this is the next week. I'm sorry, 2 weeks ago. We were invited. So I looked around the room and I saw a few of my plants, and they brought me a lot of joy. And I forgot to pause and tell you about that. So that was engaging our sense of sight. So then now we're engaging our sense of sound. And Ariel says, say to yourself soothing words such as, I am safe now. I am okay. Speak these words out loud in a gentle and loving tone. I am safe now. I am okay. Notice how it feels to hear your voice speaking with kindness. And then last week, Ariel invited us to bring one hand over to the opposite arm. Notice how it feels to gently touch your arm with your hand. Notice the feel of your skin under your palm. Notice the warmth of your palm against your arm. Repeat this practice on the opposite arm. Bring your opposite hand over to your opposite arm. Notice how it feels to gently and lovingly touch your arm with your hand. Notice the feel of your skin under your palm. Notice the warmth of your palm against your arm. And lastly, this week, this is our sense of taste. Ariel says, take a sip of water or of warm tea and move your tongue around the inside of your mouth. Sense the back of your teeth or the roof of your mouth with your tongue. Notice the taste or temperature. So I'm going to do that now. You're invited to do this with me. I have a glass of water here. Do you have a glass of water or a cup of tea? And then Ariel wraps it up and she says, there are many additional ways to use your senses to increase your mindfulness of the here and now. For example, you might listen to a soothing piece of music, or you could hold a rock in your hand, noticing its texture or temperature. You can get creative with this process. And most importantly, if any sensory experience is upsetting to you, you can switch to another sensory exploration until you experience a feeling of ease in body and mind. How are you all doing? Nocturne says, I feel awesome. Jeffrey says, I am enough. I just have to work on remembering it and believing it. Well, first and foremost, Nocturne, I'm so glad you feel awesome. And Jeffrey Sherman. Oh, I see you, John Harvey. Jeffrey Sherman, you saying that you just have to work on remembering it and believing it is so valid and so understandable. I just want to witness you in that and acknowledge. And I want you to know that I have so much empathy for where you're coming from. And yet, I would love to gently remind you that every single week, you always, do you know the last thing you say to every single person that's here with us every single week? You tell everyone to take good care of themselves because they are worth it. To me, that seems synonymous with they are enough. You so freely share all of the enoughness with all of us. Just save a little bit of it for you. I'm smiling at you. I know you can tell. John Harvey says, I have a picture of the ocean. And that makes me feel good and safe. I love that, John Harvey. You know what? I have a couple of plants that I really love, but I have this picture on the wall, and it's all of these branches, like vines, like sort of hanging down. And it just is so soothing and calming to me. And it makes me feel really safe. Nocturne says, I have a 1 gallon jug of water. That is a huge jug. I have this big mason jar. Matt calls it my mason jar of doom because it's pretty big. Yeah, Jeffrey Sherman. I know you see me. You're very welcome. Nocturne says, right on. Yeah. John Harvey says, it is one is different from where you are standing. Oh, one is different from where you are standing, and you have a day and a night image in it. Ooh, that is so cool. That is really cool. Like the beach image, like there's like a day and a night. That is so cool. Well, it has been wonderful to spend time with you all, as always. I look forward to seeing you right here next Monday, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, or over in our community in between now and then. And I do hope that you will all be extra kind and extra patient and extra gentle with yourself, because you're worth it. And yeah, I appreciate you. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you for subscribing to the channel. And thank you for all of the thumbs up. It really helps a lot. Good night, everyone.